So if, then, and else. Now we've talked a lot about if and then statements, and which allows us to create a block of code that'll sometimes run, sometimes won't. But there's also another thing we can do called else statements, which basically means if this isn't true, then we do this instead. So let's see how that works. So we can say if true, then, and we know this will print when true. We've done this before. It works how we normally would. Instead of saying end here, though, we can say else, and then this block of code will print when false, and then we end the else block like that. And so we can see when it's true, it prints true, and if we were to change this to false, it prints false. Nice and simple. That's what if then else does. But there's even more that we can do with this, because it's not just if then else. There's also if then else if else. And so let's see how that works. So we can actually add a second condition on here. So if this is true, then this will run. If not, then we can say else if, and we can have another expression we want, like 3 is greater than 2. Then we can say print 3 is greater than 2. And then if that is also false, then we go to the else statement. So we can see now when it's true, it prints the first statement but not the other ones. If it's false, it prints the second statement because 3 is greater than 2. But what if 3 is not greater than 4, like that? So both statements are false. Then it'll print the last block. So that is if, then, else, if, and else. It'll still be another week or so before we really get to dive into why you'd want to use else statements or else if statements, but I think you can probably start piecing together that puzzle in your head. Like maybe you might just want to update the JW Lua code we've been working on. That way everything above middle C is one character and everything below middle C is a different character. That can be accomplished with if, then, and else.